So who, when you were kind of younger coming up, who were the guys you were riding and racing with? Like especially as you got more serious. Like I know, was Craig Decker one of the...
Decker, maybe a little bit...
Later, though, huh?
A little bit later, more when I was more like the 80 expert range. But before that, I raced with a kid named Jesse James.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that name?
I do.
He was kind of my rival, like back on Pee-wees, and his dad used to work on Jesse's bikes. My dad did my bikes. And one day, we drag race for pink slips.
Shut up. That sounds exactly like something your dad would set up.
So I remember Jesse's dad, he was kind of like a biker guy, and my dad kind of the same in a way. But so we both had our PW 50s, raked out front end and
big old pipes,
down pipes, and
you just did a start and raced straight.
I don't know. I forget if it was just one or best out of three, but I ended up winning. So we were supposed to get the bike, right? So I think how it went down, Jesse's dad said, "All right, Jesse, take the bike back." And they went back to the truck, and they threw it in their van and took off.
No way.
Yeah. I don't know if we got the bike or not, or they said, forget about it. But that went down.
That's hilarious.
The international track at Indian Dunes on the start straightaway.
That's so funny.
Yeah. But I remember...
Dude, his dad, this is a little snippet in my memory from early days. I remember his dad at the World Mini, must have been 85, and he had hairspray on the start line back when, the concrete starts, and he would be spraying hairspray on the tire when Jesse was spinning it up. And I was like, oh, man, look at all, that must be a trick.
For sure.
And it worked. That sucker was hole shot everywhere.
Yeah. But
I think they got in trouble for it, too, but...
Yeah, I think I think we tried that before, I'm sure. But I used to do a lot of my PW racing development on the street in front of our house. So my dad would, port the cylinder or whatever he was doing in there. I don't know. So then we would take it to the street in front of the house. And he had a painted line on the street, and he would have a stopwatch, and he would hold it up, and then, drop it and hit the stopwatch, and then, hit the stopwatch. And I was thinking about it the other day, because I've had the throttle stick on me, and this is in Tahunga, where we lived in just a 2-bedroom, 1-bath house on a narrow street. So when there's cars on each side, there's only room for one car to go down the street. I mean, what if a car was backing out of a driveway, and then at the end of the street were kind of like 2 majors? So I remember the one time the throttle stuck, and there's no clutch or anything you can pull in, and I'm just grabbing brakes and trying to hit the kill switch, and getting to the end of the street, and I got it stopped before, the main street. But
that was your dyno, huh?
I'm lucky to be alive.
The street dyno out front.
Yeah. I can't tell me. I probably did that 100 times.
That's hilarious. I could just see your dad out there dropping his thing.
Oh, man. For my dad, my whole life, it was always about, he had a book of every track we would go to of lap times and...
Oh, he was really into all the details.
Yeah, he would, jetting specs, and I mean, you name it. He always worked on my stuff. So he tried to be very sneaky and tight-lipped about everything. Yeah, I mean, he would write the wrong jetting numbers on the carburetor or grind off the number on the sprocket and stamp in another number. And I mean, that was him. But
they'll think we're running a 53.
Yeah.
But it's a 52.
Yeah. But he was into it, and I have him to thank for.
Dude, he obviously worked. You guys
up to that point,
Yeah, you were the man back then on mini bikes.
Thanks for watching the Whiskey Throttle Show. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell to get alerts for all the latest content. Follow us on Twitter at W_Throttle_Show and on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram at Whiskey Throttle Show. The Whiskey Throttle Show, now available on the Spot Network, an independent, standalone streaming platform, live now on Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire, Google Play, Android TV, most smart TVs, and all phones and tablets. Look for future live shows and specials only available on Spot Network. Download the app today on your favorite device.